So my name is Megan Smith and I'm from a very small town in Ontario, Canada. It's Belle River, and I come from a little town with a population of about 2,000, so going from that to busy London has been quite a change, but very exciting at the same time. The reason why I decided on coming to London to do the teaching assistant job was I have been here before. I've traveled here before, lived here for 6 months when I was in college, and I absolutely loved it. I loved everything about London. I loved the hustle and bustle of it. I love how many different cultures there are mixing in, and you really get that with the schools here as well, which is really fantastic. My favorite place actually is the British Library. My favorite author of all time is Jane Austen, so at the British Library they actually have her original writing desk that her dad bought for her, and that's the desk that she wrote all of her famous novels on, which to me is just fascinating. I go there anytime I have spare time at all, and it's within walking distance of my flat, which is fantastic. So the first school I was at, I was really fortunate because I was able to be there for 3 days in a row, and that was the first job I had. And I told the teacher up front, like, listen, like, just so you know, this, is new to me, so feel free to tell me, what I'm doing right. We can talk about it at the end of the day. Like, I'd really appreciate feedback and stuff like that. And so she and I, because we talk so often after, each day, she and I actually still keep in touch. And I was only there for 3 days, and it was my first 3 days here. But she was so super helpful, so sweet. The kids there were fantastic. I wasn't a general TA when I was at in that classroom. I was basically specializing with one of the students. So he had a severe case of autism, so I mostly just worked with him, but the rest of the class was really great. They have a really great respect for, a lot of the schools actually have a really great respect for students with special needs. Well, I actually heard about Protocol through my mom's friend's friend. And so my mom was out to dinner with these people, and my mom told them Megan would love to go back to London. Like, she loves London, but she doesn't really know how to go about getting a job there, and she wants to do the whole teaching thing, all this. And so my mom's friend said, I just got back from London, I went with this agency called Protocol, and they were fantastic, she should definitely apply. And I was so surprised, I can picture it like it was yesterday. I was so surprised because I applied. The day after, I got an email back trying to set up an interview, and the day after that I had a phone interview, and then 1 or 2 days after that they told me, like, if all your background, your criminal background checks, go through and everything, then you're all set, you're hired, basically. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's been like a week. How did this happen? And it was so amazing. I asked a lot of questions before I came over, and they were always there, always there. When I first began as a TA, I thought, oh, I'm just a TA, the teachers are up here and I'm kind of down here. But what I've learned through this experience is that, everyone is highly valued in that classroom. You have different roles, but I mean, it's of equal value to that student because you can help them with one-on-one time, whereas the teacher, I mean, she's doing so many other things, and so for her, you're helping her because you do get to spend one-on-one time with that child, and so she benefits from it, I'm benefiting from it because I get some teaching experience out of the deal, and the child's benefiting from it because they might be able to understand it on a level that they weren't able to during, group class time or something like that. So, I mean, you really have the ability to have an impact on them. And it might be something as little as, spending 5 minutes with them, going over spelling or going over homework that they did at home. And that can mean the world to them, and it can make a huge difference. So there's so much to do as a TA, and I mean, I never ever thought I would enjoy it as much as I have, but I love it. I just love everything about it.